Chuckles, I might have this time. I might have faded off, maybe found another site to post my content. But then you just had to be a smartass about it, and I actually have to thank you, you cross-eyed bastard. I really do. You know why? Because you reminded me who the hell I am.
Talk about the War Corps 9/11 story, or no?
No.
I was unaware there was a
guy,
War Corps 9/11 story.
There were a couple guys. There was one who was going by, I think he was called Autistic Australian. He was this kid who literally, like, I think he was like 19. He would wear this Call of Duty mask, and he would make videos fucking with War Corps, and War Corps had doxed himself whenever he released these, books on Amazon. He had doxed himself to a couple people I knew, and they were pretending to be like these retarded rednecks and say like, "Yeah, I'll beat your atheist ass." He's like, "Come on up here and do it, motherfucker." Yeah. But he made a video where he was just publicly doxed name. He like released his name.
That is probably the weirdest thing about War Corps. He is an atheist.
That's the weirdest part.
Why is that the weirdest part?
I don't know. It just seems like he'd be a fucking like shedhead, fucking like.
Wait,
oh my god!
So this
guy,
the autistic Australian guy, he had gotten a hold of War Corps' phone number and would call him and like prank call him. And War Corps had made a video about this and got his attention. And at some point on his YouTube channel, this guy made a little parody video where he took like a clip of Red Letter Media reacting to a movie. I think it was Resident Evil, and laughing. It overlaid it with footage of the Twin Towers coming down. And War Corps made a video response where it fades out to darkness and then it fades back into him, and the Undertaker's theme comes in, just staring into the camera, pissed off.
Well, was he just doing this like, you do not fucking
like actually
use 9/11?
Then,
all right, well, Matt, that's the deal breaker. You can't.
Nah.
After that happened, this other YouTuber, Swegta, mostly known for doing Let's Plays of like Bully. He was a friend of this guy, and he's like, "Yeah, I think you're kind of like overreacting to what he did. Like, that was clearly a parody video." And then War Corps was arguing with him about it, and at some point in the debate later, he was like, "Yeah, and that goddamn fat..." He's like talking about Rich Evans. He's like, "Yeah, that fat motherfucker made fun of 9/11 with his friends."
I mean, Hulk Hogan did 9/11. I posted the proof
that
of
picture
it
more times than I can count, Matt.
In Chapter 7, War Corps is talking about dreams. So, like, he goes over, like, there's some dreams you're never going to be able to accomplish, like,
Trust me on that, I'm War Corps. I should know.
Yeah. Like, if your goal is to kill and eat the last dodo bird, then you're shit out of luck. And, if you want to fly like Superman, you're fucked there, too. I mean, okay. And then he's like, there's some shit you shouldn't do but can. Like traveling to the Congo to try and get the natives to stop shooting each other.
Why shouldn't you do that?
Well, because you'll get eaten, Matt.
Okay, so like...
Fair point, I guess.
Let's just sidestep the entire... There are so many reasons why people in the Congo might be shooting each other. But with the way he's written it, it's like, you could, but you shouldn't stop them from shooting each other.
You consider the fact that the native people make up.
If your dream to bring democracy to North Korea, oh my god, get an editor. Then my advice is to fuck the dream, grab some beer, and watch The Sopranos on DVD.
It's great because it doesn't follow in any way whatsoever. It's just why The Sopranos? I don't.
Show that people know.
I think he's just trying to basically say, like, fuck it, dude, you're not going to accomplish it, so you might
It
as well.
is.
Like, if
Again.
I had his great drive to just give the fuck up.
Like, again, I gotta say, this is like the thing that actually I do appreciate about War Corpse is
Don't care
like
about
he's
The give up mentality.
yes,
He's
because
just like, fuck it.
he is not lazy enough to not write the book, but he is so lazy to not write a good book and to not give a fuck about it. Like, I think I said this in the first episode. If War Corpse was a character, he would be legitimately one of the most
Oh my
brilliant fucking comedic geniuses of our generation.
Also, he said, okay, outside of shit like that, go for it. If you want to skydive, then skydive. They have classes, they have planes, they have the equipment. It's about as safe as going on a fucking roller coaster, provided your spouse isn't ready to file for divorce. There are credit cards to pay for the whole fucking thing. What the fuck is stopping you? Hell, you could apply it almost any time a person says, I wish I could do that. Now, firstly, skydiving is exponentially more dangerous, at least accident-wise, if you just take into consideration the plane crashes than roller coasters. But let's just throw that outside.
Also, isn't it funny how he's just like, yeah, fuck it, just get credit cards, be in crippling debt.
Yeah, like there's like some people.
And then I'm willing to bet
Oh,
War
fuck
Corpse is
that.
also the same kind of person who's like, there should be no debt forgiveness.
Probably.
Because, again, this is how this kind of person, like, going outside of War Corpse, this is how this kind of person thinks. Like, a lot of these motherfuckers who are against debt forgiveness, they wouldn't pay off their loans, and that's why they don't fucking think anybody should be forgiven for it, because they're fucking crooks at heart.
I just wonder how many people were like, you know what, I could dream of getting rid of slavery, but it's never gonna fucking happen. I'm just gonna go watch The Sopranos. Like,
See, my advice would be somewhat similar, where it's like, look, you're not going to fix the world, just build a bunker and wait for the world to collapse, and then realize your own world in the ruin.
Matt, how long do you have, like, food-wise in your bunker right now?
I haven't
Victor.
I haven't been putting food in there. I've been looking into some stuff.
Matt, have you even started digging for your bunker right now?
Oh yeah, I built it in some of the little cavelets in the quarry.
Okay. So like, if they drop, let's say they drop a nuke directly on your house, you're fucked. But even in the bunker, right?
I mean,
they're
even
not-
if they drop it
One
in
of the nukes
fucking
is
Washington, I'm fucked. I have to,
Okay.
like, in the nuclear case,
Okay. In the nuclear case, you're just fucked.
I gotta get my ass fucking.
Gotcha. Well, I was just curious about that.
Take me home.
Which I do have
Oh,
a
and
plan
the
for
nuclear-
to get to West
I thought
Virginia.
you said with the
Country
nuclear option, you would just go
road.
around punching random children.
To the land.
But, like,
I
um,
I mean,
belong.
that's every option. Like, there's
That's,
nobody
hold
to
on.
stop me.
Now, God damn it! Now that that's in my fucking
Matt
head,
running
I
up to
just have this
babies.
image of like Matt not running up to babies and children on his way to West Virginia, while "Take
Yeah,
Me
he's, like,
Home" is
running.
playing in the background. This montage of him, just like
I'm just dressed in the Desert Ranger armor from Fallout.
yeah.
Got a toy on my arm. And it's like that, you know, every classic like Fallout thing where it's like you see the guy walking down, but there's just a bunch of baby carriages, and I'm just going up to each one, just bap.
Dives into the front window of a
It's making me think of one of the funniest things Nick's ever fucking thought of. Where you're the fucking Fallout 4 mod that he proposed, where the entirety of the beginning plays just the same. Where you go out, you see your wife, you have a casual conversation, you meet your robot butler, all that shit,
And you
and then you
punch
hear
the
this
fuck
is
out of that baby.
No, you don't
No, you
punch
punt
the
the
baby.
baby.
No, it wasn't punching the baby either. What you suggested was, instead of your guy leaning down and picking up the baby and just kind of like carrying him from him before handing it off to his wife, you pick up the baby and then football spike the motherfucker into a fucking wall.
Right. And then everybody just continues on. like nothing happened.
thought he grows up to be evil.
Yeah.
No, it's just never brought up or
No
anything.
one, no one acknowledges the entire time.
Prefer the idea of a baby and you punt him into the wall and he becomes a villain way down the line near the end of the game.
That would be like my Fallout story. Like, I'd be the Benny to some poor baby who I punched in the face, and it's like, that baby goes on a lifelong quest to fucking take me out.
So this might be like a horrible wish, but I just wish I was as simple as War Corps, so I could just be like, let's not look at all the complex social problems and interactions that are going on between like thousands of different people.
It's really simple, dude. Like
Shut your brain
this is a notion that's been this is a notion that's been around forever. That's like that ignorance is bliss shit. It kind of is. I mean, just not knowing anything and just not being curious about anything. Not only does it let you enjoy the world more because it's all like oversimplified now, but also it allows you to enjoy media more because now there's no such thing as like stupid fucking movies or stupid fucking
here's
shows.
the thing, though.
It's just
Lumpy.
some person say the swear word.
Here's
Better
the thing,
than
though.
90% of the dreams that people have are more than possible. You just have to fucking work for them. Like somebody's just sitting there like, God damn, I wish I could play
I gotta
my credit
argue
card
with
off
you on this somewhat,
and
Lumpy,
have
'cause,
like
like,
a decent meal.
people with like War Corps don't enjoy media anymore. Like they're just always bitching about it.
No,
'cause
you're
there's,
right.
like,
Listen,
black
I'm talking
elves
about
looking
different
at
kind. I'm
nostalgia-
talking about different kind of
nostalgia
shit, though,
media.
Matt. There are people. I saw people who are fucking watching the Cobra Kai season 5 and think it's like the best season fucking since the second. I've seen
It was
people.
a fun season.
It was not. Fuck you. Anyway,
No, you didn't like season 5?
season 5 fucking blew shit. It blew dick. I hated it.
Lundy just.
I
needs
actually got
fucking
physically
curmudgeon.
angry the more that I was watching it because I decided to
Never
watch the whole
watched this
fucking thing
show
in one
before.
fucking night. And I'm just sitting here like you've just like here's what season 5 felt like. Season 5 felt like
Well,
they
he
had a
was watching
fucking
What have I
way before
done?
you got here, don't
season
worry.
5 of Cobra Kai. Season 5 of Cobra Kai felt like all the writers got into a room and they looked at the B team of writers and they were like, okay, here are all the main points that we want to hit this season. Figure it out. And then they left to go work on another project. That's what season 5 felt like.
That's probably what happened. But also, it was just really funny after I said, I haven't
have not
watched
either.
any of Cobra Kai. And I'm just like, you didn't like it? And you just turned into...
Well,
like,
because
been
Matt's
saying
been fucking
one
with me on
next
this too, where I fucking
I literally said
Yeah.
it. I literally said it once.
twice now.
And you just
since you
like,
did it
"What
just
do you
now.
want?"
So how?
I'm not
You're
even
not
being
being
angry.
reasonable.
I'm just being like,
You're
it was fun.
antagonizing me intentionally.
I'm
You're,
not.
You're antagonizing me intentionally. What was fun about it,
Wait.
Matt?
The Japanese man being up the druggie. That was fun.
What about when? Okay, here's a question, Matt.
Wait,
So
whoa, whoa,
show
whoa,
so
whoa, real
Shozen
quick.
and
I need...
Happy Halloween.
So, War Corpse's video output
yeah.
is about 3 times the output of Gary.
Yeah, Garrett, we talked about
Slowing
this
down.
in the Amendum episode. We did, but like, yeah, Amendum's
Well,
slowing
no,
down.
he's slowing
in
down
some
now,
ways.
but even when he was...
Here's the thing about Amendment.
Even
Generally
back
speaking,
in like 2015.
Also, too, you have to remember, Amendum has a lot of
a lot of different channels.
yeah. So a lot of
and a lot of
Amendum's
stuff, too.
content is over. Like some of it's on Do Not God. I don't even.
Here's the thing
No,
about
the
Amendment.
dude
You're saying
Amendum-
that. I
Amendum-
thought you liked
Amendum will film like 6 videos in a day and then just kind of like upload them over the course of the week while he's like kind of bored and not doing anything. So it's not so that's kind of like the thing for him. It's like he
So,
uploads
to be
in like
fair,
spurts. They're fairly
think
consistent
that- I
spurts,
think
but
that
they're still spurts.
Amendum's videos tend to go longer than War Corpses. War Corpses are usually like 10 to 20 minutes, and Gary's can go usually like 40 to an hour.
I don't know. There's a lot of these.
Honestly,
that are
yeah.
like-
Like
Yeah, I know the ones you're
Look.
thinking of.
I don't want to sully my fucking legacy with this shit, but like Warcorp's basically, hell, he basically is doing what I would have been doing if I had time. Some dumb thought comes into my brain, and film a fucking video
What-
about it.
Yeah, I know where you're coming from, Nick. I would not classify the stream ones as like the same as like actual video content, because with stream you can just stick around for like 40 minutes and not do anything.
That's true.
Plus, too, Amendum does do a
Oh my
modicum of
God.
editing. He doesn't do a lot, but he does do like fucking dumb visual effects and shit.
Take me home.
I wanna get to the
end. Bam.
A bunch of babies I used to know, West Virginia.
I'll get
So-
to the anthology
Bunch of
story at some point.
babies.
We should probably do that soon.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah, it's getting kind of late.
I do have to put the wife to bed. And so I was looking up references to like black people or black community, etc., by War Corps.
Mhm.
14,462.
We look up.
Fucking
1488. Why couldn't it have been
We
1488?
We found.
Yeah.
Okay, some of this might be like accidental findings of like
Nick.
just like the color black, but looking through this, okay, there's one reference to a black hole. The rest of it, yeah, is race.
Fucking
You look up
crazy.
slurs.
Holy shit.
Before we get to
Oh,
The
I looked up
anthology.
the N word.
Really?
And he didn't have any.
No.
I think that might be censored.
To be fair, at the same
Yeah,
Before
time,
I'm
we
sure
I
it's
think that
censored.
No,
Yeah,
no,
I don't think that
He
Wolf
wouldn't
was-
say the N word.
Nah, he's too much of a
Yeah.
coward too, unlike us. Which
What would
you know,
he-
it's great.
What would he say?
Edward
I won't
slipped
say
on
the
the
N-word,
newest
whatever.
episode of the
Yeah.
podcast for me.
kept ghetto. I feel like ghetto
think
would be in
ghetto?
there. Ghetto or thug.
Before we
Ah,
get to the
that's not
anthology,
too
can
many.
we
It's only like
read,
69. Ooh, 69.
That's
can we
fine.
please
That's fine.
read? Can we please read the Hulk Hogan bit from Shit and Eating with the Stars?
Yeah, one sec. 96 for Thug.
Um,
Violent terrorist thugs,
monkey.
and I filmed it. Oh god, I'm scared of this. Okay, some of this is about monkeypox.
It's just like it's one example.
Couple of monkeys. I need to get. Okay, I have to click on this. Oh my god. Okay, so it sucks you don't get the I have to just
shouldn't you
copy
be able
this
to just
link.
click on the like timestamp order?
Yeah, I can just click on it and it opens it up, but you don't get like the context beforehand. So when you pop open this video, it's just a oh shit, I don't know if that's the right one. Yeah, it's just a black guy looking at him and he says couple of monkeys. But I'm pretty sure it has to do with race because there's a black guy looking at him directly into the camera.
It's fucking great.
Anyway, monkeys, however, I don't think they're all referring to race, but I think several of them might be, is 150.
Look, War Corpse is too cowardly
I'm sorry,
to
can
be
you say that
blatant
name again?
racist. Like War Corpse, I had fucking smoke coming out of my mouth because I'm a fucking.
Apologies, Mr. Kitty Garden.
Shut up. You know, I said guitar in the fucking punk episode. None of you fucking two chimps fucking beat me over the
You
head
guys
with
also-
fucking clubs on that one.
Hey,
I haven't
hey,
said shit this entire
hey,
fucking
Matt,
show.
I'll
Okay?
also
It's all
say
been
you
go.
both said that bottled water didn't become a thing until 1995. Say it in the episode.
I don't remember
it's fucking
saying that,
weird
but
to
fair
go
enough.
back and listen to it. Yeah. Bottled
It's
water
not.
did not.
Nobody gave a shit about bottled water
What do you
until
mean
the
by
mid
that?
90s. I didn't stutter.
Didn't
I said what I meant by it. Nobody gave a shit about bottled
What do you mean by
water
they don't
until the
give a
mid
shit?
90s.
thought about the idea that you might run into Nick Fuentes one day in your town.
Me?
He lives in Chicago.
Nah, I never really thought about that. I mean,
He's a
there's actually been
Chicagoan.
like famous people I've just
Technically,
like
you live in
walked by
in
and
the same
not
town as Doug
noticed
Walker.
until later.
So you,
I've gone to the same establishments
Really?
as Doug Walker while he was there.
never told.
Yeah, I've never like said hi or anything. I was just like, oh hey,
Respect.
I'm pretty sure it's Doug Walker.
Never mentioned that before.
And yeah, it actually was.
Next time you go by him, you should
I thought I
walk by
did.
him while he's in the produce section and scream back credit card as loud as possible and then run the opposite direction.
I've also
You should definitely just harass people. Like,
yeah, I also made fun of Lady Gaga for
Just run
being
up to-
short.
Up to
What
Doug
else have I
Walker
done?
and scream "I love you" on Oni Plays. Smack him in the face with a banana.
Yeah, go assault him. real quick.
Assaulting
That'd be
people.
funny. That'd be
Send
funny.
it to the
Just go
popular
and
YouTube
assault him.
channel Only Plays, and they'll give you a blue button in the mail.
Bro, wait,
A
all I have
blue
to do
fucking
is
button. Wait a minute.
I can actually get a blue button from somebody if
Yeah,
I
sure,
throw
why
a
not?
banana into Doug Walker's face. Wait, no,
Look,
it's
don't
a
do
real
it to
thing.
Doug. Do it to fucking Linkara. He can't take a joke.
I
he
don't.
lives in,
Does Linkara live in Chicago?
Minnesota, I think. Oh, he lives in the same state
That's a little
as
too far.
War Corpse. You go
Oh,
and-
dude, I
you
should
go
throw a
and-
banana at War Corpse's face and be like,
You know
"Hey,
what?
can I
I
get a
never
button for this?"
realized-
And they'll just get really pissed off. They're like, "Dude, you threw a banana at
Never
somebody who's
realized War
mentally
Corpse and Linkara
handicapped."
sound the exact same when they're yelling.
But yeah, no. If I ever see Doug Walker again, I'll just be like, "Oh, hey, what's up, Doug?" And I'll throw a banana at him.
It's on
Say,
site,
I love
bitch.
you on Only
Just
Plays
for you.
and Throw a watermelon.
Watermelon? Why not? So we're getting like bigger and bigger
Yeah.
fruit. Eventually, I'm
Yeah.
gonna be like,
Just shake his hand and smack his hand with a pumpkin.
You're trying to find
Alright.
a bigger fruit than a watermelon.
He retarded.
Well, I figured I get my childhood hero out of the way early. When I was a kid, this guy was a golden Californian god. I really thought he fought for truth, justice, and the American way. That through prayers and vitamins, I would be whatever the flying fuck I wanted to be. I
Do
would
you
even
think
have
this is why War Corpse is an atheist? Because he's like,
because he's been betrayed by Hulk Hogan. Yeah.
yes, and he's like, God has betrayed me.
I would even have the strength of body to slam Andre the Giant or kick Jesus' beard off. But as
Which,
I grew
to
up,
be
I
fair-
found out he was a complete lying shithead.
To be fair,
Yeah,
not
an
that big of an
accomplishment.
accomplishment. Oh, like if Andre liked you, he'd let you slam him. If Andre didn't like you, you weren't picking his ass up.
First off, for all his professed love for his little Hulkamaniacs, he was about as easy to get an autograph from as it would be to split the atom with a railroad spike.
Or
I
your
mean, the-
fucking giant, fat fucking eyes, you prick.
I'm pretty sure if I wanted to, I could get an autograph from Hulk. He's still alive, right?
I mean, yeah, now, like, nobody's... Oh, Nick, if you get an autograph, could you... Not even his name, just have him write out the end.
N-word.
Just the end.
No, just the N-word.
Oh, the N word.
Just hard R.
This
He'd think it was a trap. I mean, this
Uh,
guy never did anywhere.
He's pretty dumb.
No, I mean he's gotten in trouble for the N-word before, so.
I know, but he's
Just
I don't
promise
know.
him
This is
you'll
what you
never
do.
show it to anybody.
is what you do.
Yeah, he'll
you
totally
have to get
believe
an
it.
autograph from Hulk Hogan and have it made out to Johnny. Live fast and raise hell.
One of the best
Yeah,
things
who-
about Hulk Hogan is
you get
he's a
that one or not?
notorious liar.
Okay.
At one point,
I see what War
Johnny-
Corpse is saying now. Like
he
now
was
now that
saying,
Hulk Hogan's career
Johnny
is all
Mania
fucked, he'll
is,
give anybody an autograph.
yeah,
I
he was
could've-
saying Hulk Hogan once said that Darren Aronofsky should be part in the movie The Wrestler, and Darren Aronofsky came out. It was like
There's a
that
whole
never
bit-
fucking happened. Also, he also said he did Pride fighting in the 70s. Pride was founded in 1997. God, we should do the list, the fucking list that they did on the Jim Cornette episode one day. It's just
My favorite
all of
one
the
was
lies
him
Hulk
saying
Hogan
that
has
he
ever fucking
was
said.
hanging out with John Belushi in 1986, and Belushi had been dead for 4 years.
Yeah, that's a good, like, cause that's the insane thing with Hulk Hogan, right?
The-
Doesn't need
the-
to lie. He already has
get
an
back to the
interest in enough life.
Yeah, 1 second here. I was looking something up. I mean, this guy never did anywhere near the charity work of his peers. When he was forced to do an autograph signing, he typically stayed the bare minimum, then bolted the fuck out of there.
Wait, none of those fucking 80s wrestlers did charity. Like, it wasn't until, like, the
Wasn't until his career was starting to flicker out and his relevance was going away that he started staying late doing the 4-hour autograph things and anything else to keep his name relevant. I think Hogan really did love the wrestling business at some point, but I think that died in the 90s.
By the way, that right there, Just shows you how much of a fucking dumb marked shithead he is. Wrestling was a last result for Hulk Hogan. He wanted
To be a ro-
Wanted to be a movie
Sorry.
star.
to be a fucking sports. That failed. He wanted to be a rock star. That failed. And then he went into bodybuilding, and that's how he got into wrestling.
In the 90s, Hogan tried damn near everything to get the fuck out of the WWF. He tried moves, but couldn't act. He tried businesses, but he was the worst businessman in the history of the world. He tried investing and sucked at that. He tried every conceivable thing to get out of the WWF. Most of these harebrained schemes cost millions of dollars to pay off. Hogan kept having to go back to his golden goose, the world of professional wrestling. One of the most famous business disasters that cost Hulk millions is the case of Pastamania. Not many people know what the fuck Pastamania was. If you would like to know or see a remnant of it, go on Google and type in Pastamania, and you'll see what I mean.
Type in broken
this is-
dreams.
This is the funniest thing about War Corpse to me is like he's literally writing a book, and he's just like, I'm going to tell you about Pastamania. Google it. Like, you're writing a book, dude. You might as well do the fucking work, put it in there, and explain.
Like, I
You
can
fucking idiot.
vividly, in my mind, picture what a posse looks like. That's my talent. I can paint a mind picture, which is why you guys fucking tried your damnedest to stop me with the War Corps stuff earlier. But like, I can already see it in my. It's like a shitty combination of like a fucking like PF Chang's and like an Applebee's with a little bit of a Pizza Hut kind of thing, like exposed brick walls to kind of make it look a little bit of faux Italian,
Hang on.
that kind of shit.
Me.
Orange and yellow
And
and
there you
red
go, Matt.
decor. God, that just looks like plates of puke.
It does.
Okay, where were we? I was looking up all of the lies by Hulk Hogan. There's a lot of them.
Hold on, while we're at
There
it.
are. There's
Just that
so
one from-
fucking many lies.
You'll
Yeah.
see a photo
So,
of Hulk Hogan. with an
Real
apron.
quickly, that one, I think that picture specifically was to promote the canned version of his pasta. Because he had, not only did he have the restaurant, he also had like basically fucking, Chef Boyardee fucking canned pasta as well.
You'll see a photo of Hulk Hogan with an apron that says Pastamania, and he's holding a bowl of spaghetti. The restaurant was supposed to be the first of many and was located at the Mall of America. I believe they even showed said restaurant during one of the opening episodes of Nitro. Needless to say, if you ever ate
I
there,
could just
consider yourself
picture-
lucky.
I could just picture a little beluga whaled, skeleton child version of War Corpse, just looking like a combination of fucking just like Backwoods Rapist 3 from one of the fucking Rob Zombie movies and like Ralph Wiggum from The Simpsons. I just picture him going up to his mom and being like, "Take me to Pastamania or go to hell."
Needless to say, if you never ate there, consider yourself lucky. I live in Minnesota, not all that far from the Mall of America, so I did.
Just
First off-
imagining War Corpse is like it's like a noir thriller, like just sitting in a detective's office and like the harsh blind shadows are all over. He's like, "I had the misfortune of eating a Pastamania."
First off, the restaurant was astronomically expensive, but that's to be expected because, hell, it's a tourist trap. Plus,
You were a
Hulk Hogan's
child. Why
restaurant.
do you care? Your parents paid for it.
I could give it a pass if it was on par with a fucking Denny's, but it wasn't. I only ate there once. I got the spaghetti, and it tasted like SpaghettiOs. The fucking douchebag couldn't even bother to hire chefs competent enough to make real pasta.
So
Needless
this
to
is
say,
this is why I wanted to redo this, because I want to put this mind image back out into the universe. Just picture it. Just a little gleaming War Corpse being like, "Oh boy, I get to eat at a restaurant made by my hero Hulk Hogan, and I get to eat some of his spaghetti. I'm so happy. And he's just breaming with fucking pride as that plate is coming. He's put on a napkin like a bib. He's got his fork in one hand. He's got his little butter knife in the other because his parents don't trust him with anything sharper than a butter knife. They're kind of worried about the fork, honestly. They're like, man, that might have been a bridge too far here. But he's just there. He's all excited. He swirls up that spaghetti, maybe puts a little bit of Parmesan on it, maybe a little bit of chili flakes, puts it in his mouth, and starts fucking bawling. Starts crying because for the first time in his young life, he realized heroes will lie to you.
Oh, poor child War Corpse.
Crying and shitting his pants in that fucking booth.
Needless to say, after a short, painfully lived experience, Pasta Mania closed. It cost Hogan I don't know how much, probably in the 7 figures.
Do you think anytime his parents took him to that mall afterwards, anytime they passed that, he was just like death stare in the restaurant the whole time? Like the fucking guy, like the manager's like, oh, that very night, he had a nightmare of Hulk Hogan, like, force-feeding him Pasta Mania pasta, being like, you'll like it eventually, brother. You'll learn to like it. And he's like, no! He's got trauma. Let me tell you something, brother. What you gonna do when Pasta Mania goes down in tum-tum? Again, this is why, and I think I said this advice, all of my heroes dead.
Well, except for one. But he's close to it.
Oh yeah, old Ted.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I did idolize Hunter Thompson before he died, but then I was like, look, I mean, come on. He ain't gonna disappoint me. It's Hunter Thompson.
Oh, shit.
But yeah, I really wanted to fucking... Oh, God, it's like a Pasta Mania story. It's so fucking...
I'm just imagining... I don't know why, but I can't get it out of the head where... You know, the War Corpse dream where he's like, you're gonna like your brother, but it's like... He's just like... fuck me, dude.
Hulk Hogan's like a human vulture hybrid. He's like Baby Bird in the pasta into his mouth.
No, he's just like, oh, that's not Parmesan. That's my cum, brother.
Fucking
And all this other shit, and it's making me bad.
I like to imagine this was the moment when War Corpse was like, if Hulk Hogan's lying about his pasta, is wrestling fake too?
like the idea that you coming up with maybe it's physically giving you pain to come up with this scenario in your brain.
It's not. I don't have control over it. It's not me coming up with it.
It's
It
like
just
hurting
popped in my
you.
head and it won't go away.
fuck.
Look, I understand, Nick. It's like when Amaranth's fucking abusive husband got outed. Picture of him, and I was like, oh, that makes sense why he said he was going to turn the dogs into food. He's Asian, if you haven't seen the picture.
I totally
why those
haven't seen the
dots
picture.
connected. I was like, oh, that's why he didn't just stop at killing the dogs. He also took the extra step of like, also I'm going to turn them into some Korean barbecue or something. I'm not Cotton Hill. I can't distinguish the Asians apart. Except for the beautiful moon-faced Korean.
The possibility that War Corpse will watch this or view it on his stream one day.
I think it's unlikely.
No,
Mostly because
but
he probably
I-
has no
I
idea
think
that this
that
thing,
if you
that
have
this like podcast even exists.
That's my. I think
If he
he's
ever
the
did
kind of
find
person
it, then
who
yeah,
looks up
you
his
definitely
name, and
would,
His name
but
will
I
be
don't
in the
think-
title of this.
War Corpse, if you're listening, hit me up, baby.
It's fucking
Hit me up,
Matt.
baby girl.
You're so fucking weird.
War Corpse, I have two things to say. One, not very good at writing. Two, I'm on the Goat Pen podcast for an interview. Unite with your old rival, Big
Yeah.
Lundy. You guys can wear opposite color shirts again and talk about how stupid Christians are or some gay shit.
Wait,
Last
did
time-
we
the
do
last time
that
you guys
once?
talked, he was
Wearing
a
opposite
blue
colored
shirt and
shirts.
you were wearing a red shirt.
It's so fucking awesome.
You can have the
Just a
same
coincidental.
conversation format where it's like it's like a fucking wind up toy whenever you guys get together.
Yeah, it doesn't fucking end.
It's almost
Because it goes in
like-
all
it's
sorts
almost
of
like
different directions.
talking
Because I
to
just kind of
Matt,
like
but,
follow him
more
wherever he
stupid.
goes, and
Stupid than funny. Oh no, it's funny. with
Yeah.
both. Come on the show, Warcorp.
come on the show, Dave. Matt
I
wants
want
to
to
fuck
interview
you. I don't particularly hate
I
you.
want to ask about all these threesomes you've been having.